Hello everyone, welcome to the intuitive card reading for the week of March 10th through 16th. Yeah, 10th through 16th. Welcome. Please like this video. Please share this video with anybody that needs to hear these messages of the week. Please put comments down below, feedback. All I ask is you be kind. I love to see how these readings resonate with you. That is my favorite part. So if something comes up, please put it down below. What else, guys? Actually, I've been using 4 decks. I'm going to be using 3 decks, but these decks you've seen before. Shuffled, of course. And I think that's it, right? Did I say subscribe to this channel? Subscribe to this channel, okay? I think that's it. All right, let's just jump in because I really, really want to see what's going on for this week. So, oh my God, my mouth is so dry. Okay. What do we need? Between Worlds. All right. So Between Worlds feels like, first of all, this is a really good card to get because it's a card of limbo. It's a card of in between, obviously. It says Between Worlds. It's like between your old world and your new world. And we haven't seen this in a long time. I have to say, I think the last time we saw this was the last half of the quarter last year, like around maybe like October, November, December. We were going through some transitions. So this really does symbolize change and transition because it feels like it's weird, right? Because we're in that limbo. We don't necessarily know what to do. Like we're in between. So we need to have grace for ourselves. We need to have understanding, and we need to, if things are falling apart, I will say this. If things are falling apart and they're not, and maybe unexpected things are happening, it's because, the universe is letting go of it has you in one foot in the past and then one foot in the present/future. So it's like I don't know how to say this, guys. I keep messing up. I'm on steroids this week, guys, because I hurt my back. It makes my mouth very, very thirsty. My mouth very dry, so I have to drink something. So what I'm trying to say is we need to understand that we're in the old life and then we're in the new life halfway, half in each. So if weird things are happening, if things aren't happening fast enough, if you feel like you're being torn between 2 places, if you feel confused, if you feel, like I said, obstacles keep coming your way, or you feel like you can't necessarily get ahead and the past is catching up to you, all of those things that you could be feeling. That's a lot of stuff that's encompassed here, but we need to relax and we need to understand that things are going to be messy until we get into that full new life, and it's not quite yet, obviously. I mean, there is a new life card in here, and there's obviously other cards in each of these decks that mean transformation and transformation completed and stuff like that. We'll see if it comes up in the reading, but basically right off the bat, it's saying it feels weird because you're in limbo, and that's it. So it could actually be maybe you're at your job and you got a different role in the company and you're still doing some of the old work from your old position, and then and you're getting trained on the other half, and it's a little chaotic, right? Because it symbolizes kind of like chaotic energy, because it's kind of like, it's not as smooth or as in flow as you'd like it to be. But the fact that's underneath is saying that we need to have patience, we need to have grace, we need to understand that it's not going to be smooth sailing this week, okay? It's pretty much foreshadowing the rest of the week being like, okay, it's not going to be necessarily feel like you've had that transformation, or you feel like you're in your new life, like you're still holding on to, and I have to say, like, it is what it is. That's what the energy is, right? That's what's the energy is what influences, in your life, like what's going on. So I think you guys understand. I think I'm over explaining myself, but I think it's very interesting. It's the first card and it's under the need, because basically we might be driving ourselves really crazy because things aren't what we need them to be, or something keeps popping up, or we want to be in a new life and we want to be doing something, but we're in limbo. Like you can't necessarily make moves going forward, if that makes sense. It could. All right, let's just keep going, and I'm sure the rest of these, one of these cards will definitely tie back into that energy, because it always does. All right, Poet. Action needed. Turns a lyric gift to negative or destructive effect. Okay, and this was in the shadow. So action needed. All right, so, all right, this is basically saying watch your words, okay? Because your words might have a destructive effect, okay? And basically it's saying action needed, just watch what you have to say. Make sure, maybe this is foreshadowing of why I can't spit things out, because it almost just feels like our words are going to backfire, our words are going to have more of a destructive effect. So this is definitely, and it's not even the issue in the challenge yet, so we'll see what comes up there, but it's saying taking action needed. It's saying you need to speak up, but make sure you're saying things more eloquently and articulately and kindly. Okay, so think before you speak is definitely the message here with this poet card. But you really, because it's on action needed, which means there's an action item here. It's saying you do need to speak up, but your words might be destructive, so just be careful with that. I'm also getting to this weird energy for some of you guys, because remember this reading is for the collective, so there's so many different people that this could affect differently, is that in some cases words that you have to say that might hurt somebody might be something in this case that really does need to be said. So if there is something that needs to be said, try to say it as kindly as possible, but just know the energy here kind of says it might not come out the best way possible, but it's better to say it than not say it, if that makes sense, okay? So again, try to, hone in on your communication skills, but if you feel like you can't and you just need to get it out, just get it out, all right? All right, issue, signal. Okay, so signal is about signs. It's about, giving the green light, right? Or the red light, stop, go, proceed with caution is yellow. So basically it's saying that we're having issues knowing how to move forward, finding the sign of how to move forward, what direction to kind of go in to tell us, again, whether to stop, whether to keep going, or whether to proceed with caution. I think of like a stoplight. This makes sense because of this between worlds. Okay, we're a little confused. We don't know if the light is green or red or yellow, okay? And it's an issue because it's preventing us from moving forward. Guys, I'm going to say it right off the bat, I don't love this energy so far. It's very, very, I'm going to call it, I know we're only on 3 cards and we're not all the way there, but there is some chaotic energy this week that's going to get us very, very frustrated. Very frustrated for the reasons that I just mentioned in the last 2 cards and this one here, because it just feels like we cannot move forward. There's again, sense of confusion. Okay, I got the sense of confusion here at the between worlds as well. So very, very difficult type energy that we're working with that. So it's okay. Just if you guys are confused, if things are chaotic, if you can't move forward, you're not alone, right? Because this is the reading for the collective. So let's see what's under challenge. No place like home. Okay, feeling like you're at home. Feeling like, I don't love to say this because the energy in the last few readings has been more about stability and commitment and feeling more safe. I'm feeling like we're not necessarily here with the challenge. It's hard for us to feel like we're at home. It's hard for us to feel at home in our body, which AKA means it's hard for us to, having a hard time feeling authentic, having a hard time feeling like you fit in, okay? So that's the challenge this week. So guys, to be honest with you, I know there's only issue and challenge slots here, but these all kind of feel like challenges up here, okay? We're having some issues. We're having issues in limbo. We're having issues with speaking our mind in an articulate and kind way. We're having issues knowing how to move forward, okay? So this is a lot of stuff going on. So yeah, and then adding to the challenge of not being able to feel like we fit in or finding what feels like home, or it could even be literal. Maybe you can't go home. Maybe you're, I don't know, went out of the country, lost your passport, and you can't come home, or who knows? It could be actual literal like that. So something's going on here where we're having issues just really coming back to ourselves, coming back to what we call home. Let me just make sure that's straight there. And yeah, it feels difficult, I'm not gonna lie. All right, what's actually changing? Is anything changing? Because we feel we've got some stuck energy going on here. Okay. Mentor, passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. Okay, so, and it's in the light, which is great. We're able to take somebody else under our wing. Mentor is very, very similar to the guide archetype. So what's changing is that we are becoming the mentor, not so much the student. So once you graduate from student to teacher, you become, you have more wisdom. That's kind of the difference. You're always a lifelong learner, in my opinion. But this is basically mentor, guide, teacher, very similar archetypal energies going on. But now you have more wisdom to be able to guide or mentor somebody underneath you, right? And so that's what's changing. So basically more wisdom, more depth, and lots of lessons learned that you're able to pass on to other people. And so that's good. So I would say our change is an internal change, right? Is that you feel more wise, right? And that you feel like you can, which is great, because that's a great, having the wisdom to deal with all of these issues that are going on is going to be good. So that's changing. So not exactly an external, change in our environment, but definitely an internal one. All right, we need to focus on pride. Okay, so what we're proud of. Okay, sometimes pride, everything has a shadow and a light. This is definitely in the light coming through. It's saying we should be proud of ourselves. So focus on how far you've come. Focus on all of the things that you have achieved so far. Think about your achievements this week. Think about very, very similar. There's another card. I think it might be the same deck. Acclaim, right? Give yourself that praise. And so definitely you should be proud of yourself for even the mentor. Going from a student to a mentor is a big thing. It obviously means that you went through something really, really big that taught you a lot of lessons, and you basically graduated so you're able to teach, So it's like you've graduated to a certain level. That's what the change is about. You graduated to a different level. It could be like you feel more mature, right? And so this is basically saying you should be proud of yourself for that. Okay, so focus on the positives here with being really looking at, how far you've come, and again, how proud you are. Okay, reflect. What do I need to reflect on? Flexible. Okay, so we've been getting this card like on and off. So reflect on how flexible you are, or how flexible you've been. Flexibility is such a strength in today's world, because anything can happen at any time, right? Life is hard. Life is really, really hard. So reflect on how flexible you've been, how adaptable you've been. What is your relationship to change? What is your relationship to resourcefulness? Because I put them in the same category there, because you guys have had as far as like a collective goes, a lot of us have had to pivot. We've been trying to go down one direction and had to pivot to another. So this is a good card to kind of reflect on how you made it work. By being flexible, by doing this, by doing that. So, okay, responsibilities. We have femme fatale. Okay, highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. Okay, so this is about, it says responsibilities. Femme fatale gives me a flirty vibe. Okay, basically saying, have fun with your feminine. Be in your being. Relish in beauty. Appreciate people's feminine nature. Appreciate your own feminine nature. Okay, so that's your responsibilities this week. So if you honestly, this counts for men, women, non-binary, whatever. Have a little fun this week. Flirt a little bit, men and women, and again, non-binary. Whatever you are, doesn't matter what your gender is. So flirt a little bit. It being under responsibilities is a little weird. Again, guys, down below, let me know how that might resonate with you. If you want to, this one's a little personal. If you want to share, but definitely have some fun. Appreciate beauty this week. Like basically, maybe going to an art show or something. Okay, would be a good idea. could be your responsibility. So it's under responsibility, so it's saying make time for it in the week. Okay, that's what it's saying. All right, money and finances. Guys, we've got some very interesting energy. A lot of energy we have not gotten before. It almost just feels like we turned the page somewhere. I know we have like a lot of astrological stuff happening. I'm wondering if it has something to do with that. But these are just, right guys, we haven't had a lot of the same messages in a really long time. And it's just, let's just put it this way, it's very interesting, surprising me for sure. Okay, money and finances kingdom, Leo. Okay, I love this because this is basically saying I'm going to be a leader. So money, finances, and career, and it's saying finally you're a leader, right? So you're taking charge of something this week when it comes to money, finances, and career. So you're being put, in charge of a team. Your manager, you're promoted to a manager or something. You're deciding to bring on freelancers for your business. So you're going to lead them. You want to start a startup. Something where you're not necessarily collaborating with people. This isn't the co-create card, not the same energy, but it's kind of like you're leading people. You're being chosen to lead. So this is a really good card for career, money, and finances because it's saying you're finally taking charge of things and you're not taking no for an answer. You are leading the pack. There's the lion, and you're using. And you're in you're using your confidence in your leadership. Like maybe you're already in a leadership position, but you're more confident this week or something like that. This fares really, really well for money, finances, and career. I'm happy about that. All right, surprise. Observer. Okay, so this is about not necessarily taking action, but kind of being on the outside of things, looking in. So it's under surprise, and basically it's saying, how could this translate? Maybe we're not, it's a surprise because we're not participating in maybe drama or something happens that doesn't involve you. And you're surprised by that. It's almost like you're, again, on the outside, like looking in. So there might be some issue going on in your life and you're shockingly not part of it. That's how it feels, guys. I'm just trying to interpret the energy here. It just feels like you're and you're not there to even mediate either. You're like not involved at all. It's basically a card of like non-involvement, if that makes sense. Like you're not involved. And it's a surprise to you. So again, could mean many things and can translate differently for different people, but yeah. I don't think I have much more to say here. Okay, friends, upside down, thief. Oh boy. Stealing money, creative ideas, affection, or other powers you think you lack. All right, I don't love this. Guys, what's up with this week, man? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it was probably 2 readings ago or so. We had a not so great, I think it was a betrayal card somewhere here in the friends group. Again, we have a not so great card in the friends group as well here. What's coming through, this is really specific. Again, it might not resonate with you. This is a collective reading, a general reading. Something about somebody stealing your idea for something. Okay, so maybe a friend takes something. It could be an idea. It doesn't have to actually be a physical item. This could even be, it doesn't have to exactly mean friends. Basically, this energy is people around you. Maybe somebody at work tries to take an idea from you and claim it to be theirs, right? When you came up with it and they take the credit for it, right? Something along those lines. Could be actually somebody physically taking money from you, or you're having issues with money that you borrowed from someone, or or vice versa, somebody borrowed money from you, and there's some issues there. There's something along those lines. I do feel like it's more of like stealing an idea, or for women, maybe like stealing a baby name that you wanted for your child, but your best friend took it or something, which is foul. Something along those lines. It's not great, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Okay, romantic connection. What is up with I swear, what is up with the energy? Protection, finally. Okay, we've been getting really good cards. At least our romantic connections are pretty good. I will say we keep getting really good validating cards in this romantic connection section. And we have protection. And I believe we have this one up there in the change. It's the one that I just mentioned. Protection means feeling more safe, feeling more protected, feeling more stable. And so the energy is here. But you're mostly going to be feeling it in your romantic partnerships. It's a good week to date, my single people. I'll tell you that, because you might meet somebody that makes you feel safe. And guys, if somebody makes you feel safe, that's the best quality and the best compliment you could give somebody. So, love that. Not too much more I can say about that. All right, what's important? A lot is important, but okay, it's important to know that you can regenerate. All right, we love that, okay? Because I needed to hear that. That's first of all. Regenerate is always building back the same or building back better. And so it's important to know that you can do that. And I think it's coming up because this week it might feel like we're not doing that, okay? It feels like we're not moving forward. We're not building anything back, okay? I think of like a fire in a house, right? A fire, your house burned down, and you want to rebuild that house, right? And back to what it was or something better. And maybe the insurance, maybe this week you're having issues with getting the insurance money. You're getting issues with, the insurance claim or whatever is kind of going on. And so it feels like you're at a roadblock, like it feels like it's blocked, like you can't regenerate. But the importance says that you can, okay? Maybe not this week. It doesn't feel like it, but you definitely can, because again, we're in between worlds. We're feeling there's an awful amount of stuck energy, confusion energy, frustration energy for sure. But you can always build back, and it's important to know that you are close. You just might not feel it this week, okay? You will get there. You will get there. Okay, health and wellness. We have healer upside down, taking advantage of those who need help, failing to care for oneself. Okay, so inner healer archetype, which is great for under the health and wellness, right? But it actually came in the shadow. So basically it's saying that we're not in that archetype, right? We are failing to take care of ourselves. We have fallen off the wagon. So sometimes they use like a weight loss journey here. Maybe this week you've fallen off the wagon, which, by the way, I don't blame you, because this energy is a little chaotic. I'm not gonna lie. All right, it's not feeling the greatest. If you've fallen off your diet, that's fine. Please do not beat yourself up. Have yourself some grace, as one of the first messages out there at the top. But we're not necessarily stepping into that healer archetype. Another way this can manifest is relying on other people too much to heal you, okay, when basically we should be healing ourselves. So if there's this type of dependency on other people to help heal you, this will become very apparent this week and backfire. So it can mean a few different things, but it really does resonate to me about, not taking care of yourself, or not being fully in that healer archetype that you usually are, right? Like, this could be, if you're on like a spiritual awakening journey, this could mean you have fallen off on your spiritual practices. If you're on a mental health journey, this could be maybe you stop taking your medications this week or whatever. It really, guys, it can look so many different ways for so many different people. So yeah, it means that, when we're in our healer archetype, it means that we know that we're the warrior, and that we know that we are responsible for our own healing, and we do it, right? And so the opposite of that is the opposite. We don't do it. Okay, so, and we don't take charge. And again, not shaming you, not saying it's bad. I do not blame you guys for this week, okay? This week has a lot of other stuff going on. But that's what came up, and that's what we need to know. All right. Last one, we have guidance. Not shocked because of the mentor. What did I say? So overall outcome, guidance. Okay, you will, and I love the art on here, because basically it's saying like this is a shining light, okay? And then we have the 44. Yes, that sticks out. 44 is always about building a foundation, a sturdy foundation, and building on top of that. So long story short, guys, get through this week, all right? Just get through this week. It's going to get better, because towards the end of the week, we're going to see, we're going to be able to see our North Star again, which means that we have direction again, and we can guide ourselves appropriately, okay? So, Yeah. Yeah. I just want to go back to this mentor card up here. It means that we've graduated, right? So we can be the mentor, we can be the guide, right? But I have to say, that is changing internally, but our external world is a little chaotic, okay? But just get through the week, get to the weekend, things will start picking up, things will start getting better. It's just a lot of weird, wonky, funky energy going on here. Sharp tongue, feeling like you're in limbo. This could also be moving, right? You have, maybe you bought a house and you have like half your stuff in one home and then half the other stuff in the other home, but you can't move forward because, you're working too much and you're not making any progress by moving, right? Like you're moving very slowly. That is a good example for the between worlds. But yeah, guys, not gonna lie to you. Just get through this week. Okay. All right. Just put anything down below. Like I said, any questions, comments, any feedback, how it resonates. Just be kind is all I ask. So Godspeed. Okay, guys, take care of yourselves this week. Understand that if it's chaotic and it's feeling funky and stuck, it is very, very normal and you're not alone. This is the energy. It is what it is. So, all right, guys, have a good one. Bye.